Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Saturn and Neptune in first house. In astrology, when you mention that Saturn and Neptune are in the first house, you are referring to the placement of these planets in an individual's birth chart. The first house, also known as the ascendant or rising sign, represents the self, personality, and physical appearance. Planets in the first house can have a significant influence on a person's character and how they present themselves to the world. Here's a brief interpretation of having Saturn and Neptune in the first house. 1. Saturn in the first house. Saturn is associated with discipline, responsibility, structure, and limitations. When it's in the first house, it can give the person a serious and cautious demeanor. Individuals with Saturn in the first house may appear reserved, mature beyond their years, and focused on their goals and responsibilities. They may be highly self-disciplined, organized, and have a strong sense of duty. However, they may also struggle with self-doubt and a fear of failure. The presence of Saturn here can sometimes make the person appear more reserved or introverted to others, as they may be cautious about expressing themselves openly. 2. Neptune in the first house. Neptune is associated with dreams, spirituality, intuition, and a sense of idealism. When it's in the first house, it can bring a dreamy and mystical quality to the individual's personality. Individuals with Neptune in the first house may come across as sensitive, empathetic, and highly creative. They may have a strong connection to the arts or a fascination with the mystical and spiritual realms. This placement can make a person appear a bit elusive or mysterious to others, as Neptune's influence can blur boundaries and create a desire for escape from the harsh realities of life. On the flip side, Neptune's influence in the first house can also bring a tendency toward illusion, confusion, or a lack of clarity in self-identity. These individuals may need to work on grounding themselves and maintaining a clear sense of self. It's important to remember that astrology is a complex and multifaceted system, and the interpretation of a birth chart involves many factors beyond just the placement of two planets in a house. The positions of other planets, aspects, and the overall chart structure also play a significant role in shaping an individual's personality and life experiences. Consulting with a professional astrologer can provide a more detailed and personalized analysis of your or someone else's birth chart. Certainly, here's some additional information about having both Saturn and Neptune in the first house in an astrological birth chart. 1. Conflict and tension. Saturn and Neptune are very different energies, and their combination in the first house can create tension and contradictions in a person's life. Saturn represents structure and discipline, while Neptune represents the desire for transcendence and a connection to the mystical. Balancing these energies can be challenging. 2. Self-image and identity. Individuals with this placement may grapple with issues related to their self-image and identity. On one hand, they may strive for perfection and a clear sense of self, Saturn, but on the other hand, they may feel a pull towards escaping reality or losing themselves in dreams and illusions, Neptune. 3. Idealism and realism. Saturn's influence may lead them to set high standards and work diligently towards their goals, while Neptune's influence may encourage them to see the world through a more idealistic or romantic lens. Finding a balance between these two extremes can be a lifelong journey. 4. Creative potential. Neptune's presence in the first house can enhance a person's creative and artistic abilities. They may have a natural talent for expressing themselves through art, music, or other forms of creative expression. However, Saturn's influence may also bring a sense of discipline and structure to their creative pursuits. 5. Challenges with boundaries. Neptune can blur boundaries, and individuals with this placement may struggle with issues related to personal boundaries. They may be highly empathetic and sensitive to the needs of others, which can be both a strength and a challenge. Learning to protect their own boundaries while still being compassionate can be a lesson for them. 6. Spiritual quest. The combination of Saturn and Neptune in the first house may lead to a deep spiritual quest. These individuals may have a strong desire to explore spiritual or mystical realms and seek a higher purpose in life. They may be drawn to practices like meditation, yoga, or astrology. 7. Career and ambition. Saturn's influence can make individuals ambitious and hardworking when it comes to their career. They are likely to approach their professional life with a strong sense of responsibility and a desire for achievement. However, they may also be drawn to careers that involve creativity, spirituality, or helping others. 8. Self-doubt and inner conflicts. The tension between Saturn and Neptune can sometimes lead to inner conflicts and self-doubt. These individuals may question their abilities and struggle with a fear of failure. Developing self-confidence and self-acceptance may be important life lessons. It's crucial to remember that the interpretation of an astrological chart is highly individualized, and the overall picture depends on the entire birth chart, including the signs, aspects, and the positions of other planets. Consulting with a professional astrologer who can analyze the complete chart can provide deeper insights into how these planetary placements influence an individual's life path and personality. Certainly, here are some additional insights into the combination of Saturn and Neptune in the first house in astrology. 9. Emotional depth. Individuals with Saturn and Neptune in the first house can possess a profound emotional depth. They may have a complex inner world filled with both practical and idealistic emotions. These emotions can be intense and sometimes challenging to express outwardly. 10. Responsibility in relationships. In relationships, they may feel a strong sense of responsibility toward their partners. Saturn's influence can make them reliable and committed, while Neptune's influence can infuse a sense of romanticism and idealization into their relationships. They need to balance these tendencies to avoid becoming overly burdened or disillusioned. 11. Escapism vs. realism. These individuals may experience a constant tug-of-war between the desire to escape into a dream world, Neptune, and the need to face real-world responsibilities, Saturn. They may need to find healthy ways to navigate this tension, such as through creative outlets or spiritual practices. 12. Intuition and psychic abilities. Neptune's presence in the first house can enhance intuitive and psychic abilities. These individuals may have strong gut feelings, vivid dreams, or a heightened sensitivity to the energies around them. Developing and trusting their intuition can be a valuable skill. 13. Adaptability. While Saturn seeks structure and stability, Neptune's influence can make these individuals adaptable and open to change. They may be able to navigate various situations and environments with ease, as long as they don't lose themselves in the process. 14. Personal growth. The combination of Saturn and Neptune in the first house can be a catalyst for personal growth and spiritual evolution. It often involves facing and overcoming challenges related to self-doubt, confusion, or the fear of inadequacy. These challenges can ultimately lead to greater self-awareness and a deeper understanding of one's purpose in life. 15. Artistic pursuits. Many individuals with Neptune in the first house have a strong inclination towards artistic pursuits. Whether it's painting, writing, music, or other forms of creative expression, they often find solace and fulfillment in artistic endeavors. 16. Duality and contradictions. The dual nature of Saturn and Neptune in the first house can create a sense of duality within these individuals. They may grapple with contradictions in their personality, oscillating between the practical and the mystical, the structured and the free-spirited. 17. Self-reflection. Self-reflection and introspection are likely to be important aspects of their lives. They may often ponder profound philosophical or existential questions and seek a deeper understanding of the self and the universe. It's important to remember that astrology provides a framework for understanding personality traits and tendencies, but it doesn't dictate a person's destiny. Every individual is unique, and their life experiences are shaped by a combination of astrological influences, personal choices, and external circumstances. Exploring astrology can be a fascinating way to gain self-awareness and insight into one's character, but it should be approached with an open and discerning mind.